Hey guys, and what's up TFS? It's your girl Funsize, and I'm back with another fun creation. Welcome to another episode on Self-ish, where we learn how to boost our self-confidence through self-discipline by breaking bad habits and unlearning what we were taught growing up. Let's face it, we often forget to give ourselves a little TLC. But if you want to achieve your goals and be the best version of yourself, you need to show some love to both your mind and body. It's a perfect duo for success. Creating a daily routine that includes a mix of self-discipline and self-care is the key to making this happen. And if you are not new to this podcast, then you already know we've talked about the significance of the two in an earlier podcast. So be sure to check that out as well. But like meditation or a soak in the tub, these are ways that can literally help you feel more motivated during your self-love journey. And don't forget to prioritize healthy habits like eating well and getting enough sleep and staying active, as I've also mentioned in a previous podcast to you guys, will also help you, achieve your goals when it comes to being the best version of yourself. Taking breaks is another essential aspect of self-care that we tend to overlook. A lot of these things that I'm going to be touching bases on, we have already covered in a previous podcast, so be sure to check those out if you haven't already. However, I wanted to reiterate the significance between self-discipline, self-care, and why it's important to not separate the two, but literally bring them both together as one. Taking breaks, like I said, is another essential aspect of self-care that we tend to overlook. It's crucial to take a step back when you need to and avoid burnouts. Okay? Even if it's just a quick stretch or a few deep breaths, it can make a world of a difference when you're on your self-love journey. Learning to actually sit down, and like I've told you guys previously, I have an alarm that goes off at 5 o'clock that says it's time to daily dream. That reminds me that my dreams are important, and taking that time, like I've also mentioned, not to you guys, but in a book that I'm coming out with called The ABCs of Having Self-Boundaries, it literally talks about this in more detail as far as what are your boundaries when it comes to time managing. And taking breaks is something that is a non-negotiable for me. I will not feel guilty for it. I will not feel bad for it. Like, there's no way you can slut shame me for it. Like, child, by now, y'all should already know, if you in this household, baby girl, don't talk to me from 5 to 6. Like, 5 to 6 is a lunch break, and I've chosen to sleep on that lunch break, and I've chosen to listen to meditation music on that lunch break, and I've told to just take a break in general. So don't bother me until I decide to clock back in. You understand? You understand. So lastly, what I want you to do is to remember to set boundaries, because that's what we're here for. We're learning to have boundaries. We're learning to create self-discipline. And self-confidence is getting boosted. So you know what I'm saying? You need to know that saying no when you need to is nothing to feel guilty for and nothing to feel bad about. Remember that setting boundaries and saying no when you need to is exactly what boundaries are. That's what boundaries are. As a matter of fact, I'll read that to you guys on what I had actually wrote in my I'll read a page from the book, because it literally goes into the ABCs of having self-boundaries, and B, of course, is boundaries. There's an acronym that I wrote out for it, and it says, boundaries: be aware of what is unacceptable and normalize saying no. Do what is best for you and know that it is not your responsibility to sacrifice yourself for others. Boundary. So again, do not be on that brainwave of believing that, hey, well, if I say no to this person, they're not going to want to be my friend no more. If I say no to them, they're going to have an attitude. If I say no to them, they're not going to want to be bothered. Listen, so fucking be it then. So be it. Because at the end of the day, this is why we need to set boundaries. And my boundaries, or me having boundaries, shouldn't bother you. Unless you were benefiting from me not having them. The only time somebody is upset when you set boundaries for yourself is because in their mind, they were benefiting already from you not having them. So when you decide to have boundaries and a backbone, for lack of word, and you using that backbone to stand up for yourself in front of them, they looking at you like, who the fuck you think you are? Who are you? Who are you to stand up for yourself? Who are you to make it seem as though that you no longer can do this for me? I'm a grown-ass woman with a mindset of my own. That's who I am. You a grown-ass man with a mindset of your own. That's who you are. Y'all are grown-ass women as well. So to even sit there and let somebody have the audacity, because that's what they have, audacity, Because they ain't got no motherfucking mental capacity enough to allow them to keep their business to themselves. They don't have the mental capacity to allow them to keep their thoughts to themselves. So at the end of the day, what you have right now is audacity. The audacity to think that I would give a fuck about how you feeling because I have boundaries. Like, what? We shouldn't even be having this conversation. Like, that is irrelevant. So, yeah, that's what I want to stress to y'all, too. Having boundaries, I'm going to do that for another podcast. Oh, my goodness, because I'll be here all day talking about that. But having boundaries should not upset the people that are in your life. They should actually be clapping, cheering, and celebrating with you. And if they are not, this is why you needed them. That's why you needed them. Remove them people from your circle. Get them up out of here. Y'all know how this go. Get them out of here. We're not doing that. We're avoiding distractions. We are removing the things out of our lives that no longer benefit us and align with our sole purpose. They gotta go. They gotta go. Okay? Especially when we over here talking about, I'm taking breaks. And here they go talking about, well, damn, didn't you just take one? And did. But you also ain't even acknowledge me or give me credit for the fact that I've been sitting here for 2 damn hours looking at this screen and working and busting my ass. Yes, I am taking another one. And I'm taking my black and mild. You have a good day. So, you have a good day, okay? So take that break. Like I said, even if it's just a quick stretch or a few deep breaths, it will make the world of a difference. Last but not least, remember that. Remember that. With a balanced approach, you can crush your goals while still taking care of yourself. So go ahead, show yourself some love, and understand that if you want to achieve your goals and be the best version of yourself, all you need to do is show love to both your mind and body, because it's a perfect duo for success. Okay? Okay. Now you go on here and get out of here and do something today that inspires your ass to keep giving yourself some love. In the words of Street Poet 215, every day you get up, 10 toes down, sweat yourself. You understand? Sweat your damn self. Because if you can't do it for you, then I don't understand how y'all get mad if somebody else can't do it for you. And that is the whole point of this podcast. That is the whole point of you finding Self-ish, the podcast, okay? We are teaching you how to boost your self-confidence through self-discipline, unlearn bad habits, and unlearn the things that you were taught growing up with or without your permission, okay? Because them old keys are not going to unlock those new doors. So you need to be out here doing the work for you. And as a takeaway for today, I am literally giving you guys some damn homework for today's assignment, okay? Okay, get your notebook, get your journal, and get it together. What I want you to do is literally draw out a picture of a cup. And I want you to fill that cup up with things that you consider to be joy. And what we are doing right now is we are filling our cup up with joy. So anytime that you are feeling like you are not refreshed or you're not plenished with your daily lifestyle, I want to say, for lack of words in this given moment, then what I want you to do is go back and refer to that cup and drink something out of it. Drink something out of it. And I don't mean literally, because obviously you're drawing it on a picture, but find one thing that you put inside that cup, go do it. Because that's what's going to fill you up with joy. Go do it. And that is the takeaway for today. And how I hope y'all learned something from this, John. I'm going to say it again later in the outro, but you know how I feel about it. Like, get the work done. Do the inner work. Focus on you so you can be the overall well-rounded individual you were trying to become. I ain't going to talk y'all ears off too much because I already did that, even though I know that's what y'all here for. If you ain't, you know what I'm saying, too tired and you over here trying to figure out what's going on still and where you can get more help, more information, check me out on YouTube. You guys already know you can see my reactions, get my live feedback, and all of that good stuff. Leave me a review on the podcast as well, guys, because we greatly appreciate it. And that's how our reach gets out there into the world. Shout out to us being at already past 200 impressions. Shout out to us, okay? Shout out to us for show. Like, we started out and only had 34. Went on today and we over 200. Over the weekend, it was at 1 something, I believe. So I'm pumped up and excited about that. And I'm just saying, thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for the encouragement. I'm happy to be here to help y'all. I'm here to help, not hinder. And I just want everybody to learn how to love themselves before trying to love somebody else. And that's all I'm trying to do. So if you need that help, I can't stress this more enough. Send me a voice note. Send me a DM. Comment on some damn videos, and I see everything. You feel me? Send me an email. Send me a bird. Like, put up the campfire or something. Like, you know, SOS me, baby, and I'm coming running, okay? But as I end every video, every podcast, guys, I'm going to let y'all get out of here, and here comes the intro. I lied. It's the outro. Here comes the outro, guys. I love you. Later for now. And like I said, hopefully you learned something from this podcast as a takeaway. And if you are looking for more ways to fall in love with your self-love journey and you don't want to wait for a podcast, check me out over on my YouTube channel at Funsize Creations, where you can see me and all of my facial expressions and my shenanigans. You can also check me out over on TikTok at Funsize Photography, so you can check out some of my portfolio work, as well as I'm getting everything together with teaching you guys how to boost your self-confidence through creating self-discipline. So literally, that's the end of this podcast. I'll leave it right there, even though I'm going to add the outro right about now. With that being said, guys, if you are looking for help on your self-love journey, you are looking for an accountability partner or someone who can actually give you that little push that makes you feel like, if I just had that little bit of help, that little bit of energy, that little bit of courage, that step-by-step program and process that can help me, you are in the right place. And I want to say thank you for being a part of this team. With that being said, guys, I'm going to end this off how I end off all of my videos by saying, be you, do you, and be true. But more importantly, remember, learn to love yourself before trying to love someone else. Get out of here and do one thing today that will get you out your comfort zone, because somebody has to say it. Later for now, guys, and brrr.